Go explore Panama. Sunrise paints the sky in gold. Ocean breeze, the stories told. Palm trees sway with every beat.
What's up, fam? Welcome to another episode of Go Explore Panama. I'm your guy, Big Will. If this is your first time joining us, thank you so much for choosing to watch. Y'all, this show is all about everything related to moving and living your best life here in Panama. Go Explore Panama is actually a fully licensed tour operator here in Panama, offering boots on the ground relocation tours and fun excursions, as well as consultative help, relocation blueprints to help you through your process, and much, much more. Stay tuned and see some more of what's going on. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, and that's the ease of travel for expats living in Panama. Y'all, it's so incredibly easy and cheap for us to get around. So let's start talking about the trip to Cartagena. We took a trip last September to Cartagena to celebrate Sonia's birthday and our anniversary. Y'all, it's only 4 days apart, so I actually call it Anniversary Birthday Palooza, and it's an annual thing for us. So this year, the Anniversary Birthday Palooza was held in Cartagena. So we took a quick flight. It's less than an hour from Tucumán to Cartagena on Copa, and it's super cheap. I think the round trip tickets were like $150 a piece. So, and then the conversion rate. So Colombia has pesos, and the conversion rate is very favorable for the US dollar. So even once you get there and exchange your money, look, you're living like a king. So for this trip, we stayed in the walled city in Cartagena. The walled city is one of the best tourist features of Cartagena. It's an old fort. They actually built a wall and then built a little city inside the wall, and you got all kinds of hotels, restaurants, boutique stores, rooftops to party, cigar bars, music venues. It's live, y'all. It's live. You need to get down there and check it out. For this trip, we stayed at the fabulous Necar Hotel, which is a Hilton brand hotel and part of their Curio collection. That means something to you Hilton folks. They actually have 2 locations within the walled city, and we've stayed at both of them. So this is our second time at the Necar, so they must be treating us pretty well, right? This hotel is well located. The service is excellent. The rooms are big and modern and have rain showers and, you know, big screen televisions and everything you would want on a vacation. So we checked in. We enjoyed their fabulous breakfast buffet, which includes made-to-order omelets and much more. You know, we hung out at the rooftop pool before heading out to explore a little bit more. The walled city, again, has a lot to see, a lot to do. You can stop and get coffee. They even have hookah shops now. So marijuana is legal in Cartagena, and it's at the recreational level. So you got shops within the walled city that you can go to. But pro tip, don't try to leave with it. All right? Enjoy it while you're there. So here's another pro tip for exploring Cartagena. It's hot. It's hot, 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 hot. It's hotter than Panama. Here it's like 85 degrees. Cartagena is more like 92, 93, and more humidity. I'm telling you, if you haven't gotten what you need done by like 9 o'clock, just give it a break until like 2 or 3 o'clock, or be prepared. Excuse me. Have a hat, towels, sweat towels, handheld fans, the whole 9. Because look, you're gonna need it. Be prepared. So in the walled city, we walk around, we enjoy the sights. We also get over to Gethsemane. Look, Gethsemane is an artsy craft little area right across the street from the walled city. It's full of shops and little, bed and breakfast type spots and cafes for sipping a little bit of coffee on the sidewalk. But the thing I like most about Gethsemane is all of the artwork. Y'all just take a look at all this. I mean, you can walk up streets and see hundreds of different artwork and paintings available for purchase. And we had a good time, y'all. We have completely decorated our apartment just by going to Cartagena. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm show some of these prints, and you guys can kind of try to guess which prints that we ended up putting into our apartment. I mean, here's one with us smiling, standing over the print. So you know this one was one of them. One of my pro suggestions for really seeing Cartagena is doing the hop on, hop off bus. It's a double-decker bus, and as they drive around from spot to spot, you can listen to the historical information that's being given about the spot. Then you can hop off and enjoy it, and then 45 minutes later, another bus is going to come by. Hop back on the bus and go to your next destination, and just keep doing that. You can get a 2-day pass, and you'll see all of Cartagena this way. So, another favorite thing to do in the Wall City, Tobacco and Ron Cigar Bar, to enjoy the Kunta Kinte Trio and to enjoy the artwork in the club. Y'all, this is our 4th or 5th time going to Tobacco and Ron's, and it's always a good time. His walls are full of artwork as well, reflecting the Afro-Colombian heritage and much more. Look, he has all these prints of celebrities all smoking cigars, and it's amazing going through there, identifying who's who and what's what. But the highlight of the experience is not the artwork. It's actually the Kunta Kinte Trio. This trio of Colombian artists plays jazz music, salsa music, and some really, really good R&B. Y'all, they got some soul. Kunta Kinte Trio. Need I say more? We actually asked them about that, and the leader of the band told me that they realized that salsa music was created by the Africans that were brought over during their period of enslavement. They brought the drums with them, and the congos are at the heart of salsa music. So when they started their band, they wanted to pay homage to the originators of the music. So, Kunta Kinte Trio. You gotta love that. One of our favorite activities in Cartagena at nighttime is always going on a party cruise. Look, y'all, these party cruises are fantastic. They're always full, they're always fun. You have professional dancers that come out and get the party started, and then after the professional dancers have come out, they open up the floor to everyone else, and y'all, it's an immersive experience. There are no wallflowers here. They're not gonna let you just stand around and watch or sit and mind your business and watch. They're gonna want you to get up and shake that tail. You know what I'm saying? So be ready for it, enjoy it. It's a lot of love, it's a lot of fun, and we always feel thrilled. After a fun evening on the party boat and then going to Tobacco and Ron's, the next day was all about Sonia. We woke up around 5:30 a.m. so that she could start getting ready for her flying dress photo shoot. Y'all, this flying dress thing is amazing. The makeup artist came to the hotel at 5:30 in the morning and started working with her, and then shortly thereafter the dressmaker came with the dress. So previously they asked Sonia what color she wanted to wear. They had dresses of every color and all kinds of styles. So Sonia made a suggestion, or made her selection for red, and the dressmaker brought the dress to the hotel room. She fitted Sonia in it. It was an amazing experience watching my wife get glammed up, and you know, it kind of reminded me of the wedding day, even though I didn't get to see her going through this on the wedding day. I know that she went through it because we paid for it, y'all. We paid for it. So I know she went through it. So it was just amazing seeing her get like this. And you know, the attitude, the diva showed up. It was amazing. She had an entire team of people helping her. It was like 6 guys walking around holding her dress, holding her purse, wiping her off, you know, because it was hot. It was hot. We started photo shoot at 7 a.m. because we knew the temperature was going to be blazing, and it was hot. We walked all over the Wall City, did shots in different places. They had 2 different photographers doing the photos, and then one of them also had a drone. So we had some drone images as well. There was a woman that was just there carrying her shoes because she wasn't wearing the heels in between walking back and forth. And then every so often, they even invited me to come and sit in and take a photo with my wife. Go figure. But it was an amazing thing to behold. So let me just shut up and run some of these images so y'all can see what happened. All right, so that was the photo shoot. Then that evening, we got dressed up and went on a private boat cruise on the Bay of Cartagena. Y'all, look, that was an amazing experience. We stepped on the boat. They had a bottle of champagne waiting for us. You know, the boat captain connected my phone to the sound system and it was like, play whatever you want. This is your cruise. So we spent the night on the Jay-Z and Beyonce style because that's what we felt like. We felt like we were, you know, we were in the audience, we were on the stage and the crowd was sitting around us going ape shit. Y'all, it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. We saw the sunset. We saw the other party boats getting on. We saw other things happening on the shore. We got to see some of the sights of Cartagena, and it was just surreal being out there and having that private experience. Then, at the end of the cruise, we pull up to the dock for dinner at our restaurant. And we had our anniversary dinner right there, looking at the same bay that we had just come off for from the boat. It was surreal, y'all. And like, shout out to my Morehouse brother, RG Mood, with Mood Travel. He's in Colombia. He does the same thing in Colombia that I do here in Panama. So shout him out. Next day, we spent more time exploring. Went and got all our artwork in Gethsemane. And then came the tour from hell. Y'all, look, I should have known better, but I'm going to tell y'all this pro tip. Make sure when you take a tour, this was a tour with an antique car. And we were hot. We were tired. We didn't really want the tour. We just wanted a place to sit down and rest. And this guy's car looked like the perfect thing. We knew that the tour would take like 30, 40 minutes, and that would give us a time to catch our breath, and we would contribute to the local economy. But the mistake I made was not establishing how long the tour was and how much the tour was before we got into the car. Y'all, this dude, after a couple of spots that he took us to in the Wall City, he realized that, you know, we were gringos with a little bit of money, and he held us hostage for like 2 or 3 hours. He took us all over the place. Once we left the Wall City, I knew we were in trouble because I'm like, wait a minute, this car wasn't supposed to leave the Wall City. So he had us in and out the car, taking pictures everywhere. Y'all can see these pictures I'm showing you right now. Y'all can see. He had us in all kinds of situations, including taking a picture over the slave dungeons. This door that we're standing in, that's the same door that they used to take the slaves into the dungeons. So he's asking us to smile and everything, and I know what the door is for. I'm like, I don't want to smile, player. This is a serious moment. But look, you know, finally, after we were in the city streets, I was like, dude, just take us back. And sure enough, he charged me like 2 or 3 hours worth of tour. I think we paid like $250 for something that was only supposed to be $60 or $80. So make sure you negotiate before you get in. Don't make a stupid mistake like Big Will did. Now, once again, I got to shout out my Morehouse brother, RJ Mood, who planned this itinerary. He hooked me up with a woman, Jennifer Hardman, who runs the flying dress photo shoots. All this information is going to be in the description, so you can contact RJ, you can contact Jennifer and get your flying dress shoot done, or RJ can put together a nice plan for you. As a matter of fact, Mood Travel and Go Explore Panama have joined together on a July HBCU alumni weekend in Cartagena.
HBCU family, the summer just got a major upgrade. We are taking the vibes to Cartagena, Colombia, July 2nd through the 6th. Imagine this, rooftop sunset parties, elite networking with fellow alumni, and that world-class hospitality you can only find in the Caribbean. From the historic streets of the walled city to the high-energy nightlife, this isn't just a vacation, it's an experience built for us. The flight is short, but the memories are forever. Secure a spot now at moodtravelclub.com, and let's make history in Cartagena.
Here's a flyer. Y'all can check it out. Look, we're going to be down there doing it old school HBCU style. You know how we did it on the yard back in the day. We're going to have a white party. We're going to be doing some line dancing. We're going to, look, bring your frat brothers, bring your sorority sisters, bring your freshman dorm people. Y'all can have all those battles that we used to have back in the day in Cartagena and get that vibe in. July 2nd through the 6th of 2026. Here's a code for you right here. Scan that QR code and that will take you to the website where you can book this trip. I'm going to leave that QR code up on the screen for a little bit, but we're about to switch gears and talk about Bocas. But don't forget about this trip. We want to see you in July so that you can have some fun like I was just showing you. Now, let's talk about Bocas del Toro. Bocas del Toro is a fantastic group of islands on the Atlantic coast, the Caribbean coast of Panama, right next to Costa Rica. It's a group of several islands, and it's a quick flight from Panama City. We took Air Panama from Albrook. It was easy getting on the flight. It was a nice big plane. It was a propeller jet, but had to seat like 90 people in there at least, so it was a nice big plane. Even had a flight attendant going up, and the flight wasn't really long enough to do beverage service or anything like that, but you could use the bathroom if you needed and all that. But we landed in Bocas, and y'all, let me say off the top, this vacation was a lot different than Cartagena. So I know the title has it, look, we like drama. That's what gets you to click on the video. This vacation was about relaxation, so you're not going to see the same type of party cruises or anything like that. What you are going to see is a couple having an amazing time at an amazing resort, getting their spa and relaxation on. And y'all, let me tell you, it was all of it. So we stayed at on Isla Colón at the La Carolina Resort. Y'all, look, this resort is fabulous. It's a little pricey, I'm not gonna lie, but it's well worth it. It is a hotel and a spa. Look, the architecture of the hotel reminded me of something that you would see in Thailand. You can see the intricate carving in the wood, and it has, Asian culture features to it. Some of the mythological creatures that you're used to seeing from China and Asia and India are reflected all over this place. And you can tell that it was built with a mind towards meditation and relaxation. So when we first got there, we went on a big tour of the place. We saw the entire spa. Look, there's steps here. So if you're mobility challenged, this might not be the spot for you. I didn't see, there was a building where they had handicap ramps right off the lobby, but most of the resort is, you got to go up and down some steps and do some walking to get to the spa areas and get your meditation on or get your massage and all that good stuff. The architecture was just exquisite. And then our room, we had an entire villa. It was downstairs and upstairs to the villa. So downstairs we walked in, and you can see we had a nice living room down there. There was a full bathroom downstairs. Also, with a deck. Out on the deck, we had nice lounge chairs, we had a table where we could eat, and we had our very own infinity pool with privacy. Look, no one could see us. We knew that there was someone to the right of us, and we thought there might be somebody in front of us on the other side of the yard, but there are trees. You can't see anything. There's trees, and the architecture is just beautiful. Upstairs, we had this huge bed, had the netting on it. Although, look, there are mosquitoes in Bocas, but we didn't have them in the room. They were outside the room, though, so every time we left the room, yes, we were spraying off. But no mosquitoes in the room. Maybe because we kept the doors closed. But anyway, they have the mosquito netting. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. We had the rooftop deck to watch the sunset and all that good stuff. The service at La Carolina was amazing. There had to be maybe a rotation of about 15 workers, and they all knew our names. It didn't take them long to discover what drinks we liked. So, next time we went to the restaurant, the drinks were waiting for us. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. Also, I forgot, on the villas, no TVs, y'all, no TVs. I like that. And the hotel's location was right off of this major surfing spot. So we spent a lot of time at the main infinity pool in front of the lounge and bar and restaurant, watching the surfers do their thing day in and day out. It was amazing. Watching amazing relaxation and amazing attentive attention. We did get out and explore the town center a little bit. We did some dinner, so we saw a lot of bars. This is during Carnival too, by the way. So the town center was jumping. I could definitely see why so many young people like coming to Bocas, and the older people too, by the way. But for the young people, lots of bars, lots of hostels for them to stay at. It's like a surfing community. So, there's that whole vibe that goes along with it. And then, for us older folks, there's, restaurants and lounges and places where you can get some salsa dancing on. One of the things that we did is I asked the concierge for a great Afro-Panamanian restaurant. And y'all, did she hit the spot. We visited this restaurant called Arbo Loco. I don't know how to describe it other than it looks like a place where hobbits would live. When the cab was pulling up, we pulled off the main road into like this wooded area, and then he stops, and it's dark, and there's nothing but trees, and he's like, "You're here?" And I'm like, "Here where? I don't see anything." And he pointed to this pathway. So we got out the car and walked up the pathway, and this is what we saw. A whole restaurant made in the trees. Y'all, the tables were like tree stumps. The seats were made out of wood. It was like a whole little ecosystem in there. Just off the road, the fact that I couldn't see all of this from the road was amazing to me, but it was right there, and y'all, not only was the place fantastic and something I had never seen before being made out of trees, the food, oh, Fat Boy approved. Look, woo, that man, he's from Jamaica. The chef of the restaurant is from Jamaica and lives in Panama, and his wife told us the whole story. Look, he put his foot in everything. I had the jerk chicken, and it was some of the jerkiest chicken I've had in my life. Sonia had this amazing, she ought to tell you because I'm allergic to seafood, some amazing seafood boil or whatever you call it. I'm allergic, y'all. I don't know. Don't get mad at me. Ask my wife. But she liked it. Both of us were floored with how good the food was, and the drinks were amazing. And then we had this amazing chocolate chess pie for dessert. I'm telling you, Fat Boy was in his zone at this place. And then because we were new customers, the owner came up with additional beverages and took shots with us as a welcome present. I mean, look, the service was amazing. The people were friendly. We could tell that this was a spot that was loved by the locals who lived there because they kept coming in. And you need a reservation. They were strict about that because so many people want to get to this restaurant and they're not open all the time. So we were told that we were lucky that we caught them on an open day. So When you go to Bocas, the first thing you want to do is see when Arbo Loco is going to be open and make your reservation. All right? All right. So there you have it. That's a tale of 2 different vacations, all from the same place, all easily accessed. It only took us an hour to get to both places. The flights are cheap. Yeah, you know, look, we chose some hotels that are a little on pricing because we're hotel snobs, but you don't have to be a hotel snob. You can find something a little bit more manageable or whatever floats your boat. I'm not here to tell you how to do your vacation. I'm just here to show you what's possible. Look, if you found any value from this, please do me the favor of liking and subscribing so that our family can continue to grow and show this good information to more people who may want to come and enjoy what we're enjoying. All right, until next time, family. Ciao.
We explore Panama. Sunrise paints the sky in gold.